You know what I just realised? We're literally having sex in the bed of the Lakewood Hospital Centre shooter. Like, I get that he was your dad, but he was also the Lakewood Hospital Centre shooter. And we're having sex in his bed.
Eileen, could you...
Like, he probably laid down right where I am. The exact same spot. And planned the shooting over and over in his head.
Okay, well, there goes my boner.
I'm sorry. I'll shut up.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little too late for that. Because I'm going to picture my dad when I look at you naked for the next 24 hours. And you're going to be late for work. I'll see if the coast is clear.
Do we really have to keep sneaking around like this?
You're the one who didn't want to tell anyone.
I didn't want to tell Raven, because she'll kill you. Or even worse, fire me.
Well, you tell one of them and I give it 5 minutes before Raven finds out.
We're too old for this sneaking around, keeping us a secret. Having our lives controlled by a 21-year-old.
Well, she's not just any 21-year-old.
Jonah, you're just in time. We're about to start eating.
Don't you people have a job? Or a class or something?
It's Saturday.
Noah made eggs.
Did Faye supervise?
No, but he's had over a month of practice. I trust him.
Thank you.
Aw, that's sweet. Do you think I have time to make something for myself real quick?
I think you have time to make something for the both of us.
All right. Keep it up, you two, and you won't have any of it.
That's literally the point.
Rain.
Don't listen to them, babe. They don't know what they're talking about. Just go make sure it's ready.
Okay.
You're doing amazing, sweetie. Okay, this is most likely going to be really shitty, but you're going to suck it up and eat it and pretend to enjoy it, okay? He's been in a good mood lately, and it's the first time in a month he's gone a whole morning without checking on Tresser every hour, and I don't want that to go away because you two are being assholes. You got it?
We got it, jeez.
I'm sorry. I've been on edge.
You don't say.
What's going on with you?
It's just that... God, this is awkward. It's just that since Noah and I have gotten together, we haven't really gotten together, if you know what I mean.
Ah, I see.
We don't really get much alone time together because he always wants to be here, and like I said, he's constantly checking up on Tresser, which makes it really hard for us to... You know.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously? You're talking in code? You can say sex in front of me. I'm not a child.
Right, okay. Sorry.
You kinda actually are.
No, I'm not. I turned 19 this month.
Yeah, well,
And I've had sex. I literally had sex yesterday. And I'm going to have sex in a bit.
Okay, TMI.
I'm just saying, I'm not a child. In fact, I'm the only one having sex in this house right now.
That you are, my friend. That you are.
So, you're going to stop treating me like a child?
Yes, but I also never, ever want to ever hear about your sex life again, ever. Not because I think that you're a child, but because you're my sister. Is that fair enough to you?
Yes.
But I seriously do need to have sex.
She's late. Again.
Maybe it's traffic.
Traffic didn't seem to be a problem the first month she started working here.
I'm sure she has a good reason. Okay, I'm heading out.
Hey.
You're 20 minutes late.
I know.
Why are you late?
I overslept.
We're not even halfway through February and you've already overslept 5 times.
I'm sorry.
That's not going to cut it. The next time you show up even 5 minutes late, you're fired. Got it?
Got it.
Why are you wearing the same outfit you had on yesterday?
Yeah, I really haven't had time to do laundry lately, so...
Down to the shoes.
Oh, would you look at that? I'm just going to grab the cart from the supply room.
Yeah, you do that.
Would you look at that? I actually managed to finish my plate without sneaking half of it into the bathroom to flush it.
Thanks?
You're very welcome.
It was great. Thank you, Noah.
You see? That's more like it.
Oh, you wanted me to kiss you.
I'd literally rather have a heart attack.
Where are you heading out to?
Going to see Bellamy? It's her birthday.
Oh, wish her happy birthday from all of us.
Okay, I will. Bye.
Okay, gonna bring some breakfast up for Tresser. We've got a few episodes of the 3rd season of Suits to catch up on.
Say something.
No.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Why don't you let me do it?
Are you sure?
It'll give me a chance to hang out with Tress, and I mean, I haven't really had much one-on-one time with her lately, so,
Okay.
In fact, if it's okay with you, I thought I'd take over spending time with her for today. Actually, now that I think about it, maybe you and Faye should celebrate Valentine's Day together.
That's not until a couple of days.
Well, yeah, but this year it's on a Tuesday, and Faye told me earlier that she's going to be working late shift that day, right?
Oh, right. Night shift and
See?
stuff.
You hardly see her, and that's not a great way to spend your first Valentine's Day together.
Well, what do you think? You mind spending Valentine's Day a few days earlier?
I think I'd like that very much.
All right then, it's a date.
Awesome.
I'll prepare Tress's tray.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Okay, this is just making me feel worse for you.
Oh my god, I need to go home and shave. Oh,
Hey. Tresser upstairs?
yeah.
Okay, then.
You got this?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Come in.
Hey,
Hey.
it's been years since I last saw you hang out in here.
Yeah, it's been kind of a sanctuary to me since, you know. What are you doing standing out there like that? Come in. What's up?
I just wanted to see how you are.
And?
That's it.
No, it's not.
It is!
I see right through you, Simon Harris.
All right. You got me.
Told you.
I wanted to talk you into coming back to work.
Simon.
It's been 2 months, Tresser. Your father shut down a hospital, and it took you less than a week to get back to work. You realize how insane that sounds, don't you?
I don't care if it's insane.
You're going to lose your job. And for what?
Look, all we're covering right now is the elections. And I don't know. I can't handle that.
I get it,
I
but...
just can't do it. I'm sorry. I know how many strings you've had to pull to keep them from firing me.
It's not even about that. I just don't want you to waste away like this. You're a really good writer.
Thank you for trying.
Okay, how about this? I'm heading to North Carolina tonight for a photo shoot tomorrow morning. I can get you a job writing a review about the agency.
Model agency reviews? I don't know. That's not really my thing.
No, politics is, but you don't want to do that, so... Just tell me you'll think about it.
How would your girlfriend feel about this?
I'll worry about that after you get back to me. I was just leaving. Promise me you'll think about it?
Fine.
What was that about?
It's just a job offer. He's trying to get me out of the house. Where's Noah?
I'm taking over this morning. And we're not having breakfast in bed.
Boo!
Come on, I've already set it up, and Harvey looks way sexier on a 60-inch screen anyway.
Okay, you make some excellent points.
Happy birthday.
Yes, it is. I know what I want to do today.
Oh,
I want to go to this party my friend told me about. They're doing this Valentine's special. It's going to be awesome.
do you really think that's a good idea? I mean, you're barely 2 months sober.
I'm not going to take anything. I just want to have fun for my birthday.
We can have fun here.
All we do is spend our time here.
Well, we can go to the movies.
I'm not going to the movies. You should come with.
What?
I mean, you clearly don't trust me.
I trust you.
And I was going to invite you to come with anyway. Wasn't planning on spending my birthday without you. It'll be a birthday / 2 months sober / 3 months anniversary / Valentine's Day celebration.
That is not how I want to spend Valentine's Day.
Fine. Then we'll do whatever you want on the actual Valentine's Day. Can we please do what I want on my birthday?
Okay.
Okay?
Yes. Okay, let's do it.
All right. I got an NA meeting, but you can hang here if you want.
Actually, I think I'll drop by Isla's dorm while we're here.
Oh, well, see if she'd like to come with.
Yeah, okay.
Awesome. And wear something sexy.
Hey, babe. She's in the backyard.
Ah.
Wait, before you head out there. I think I should start leaving some clothes at your place.
You want me to give you a drawer?
That would be perfect. Thanks.
That's a pretty big step, don't you think? I mean, I was under the impression that we were just fooling around, you know? Just some good casual sex.
Raven noticed I'm wearing the same clothes as yesterday and she's getting suspicious. Didn't want to make a pattern out of it, so I figured it'd be better if I just change at your place before heading here. I already show up late here as it is without having to go from your place back to my place to change and then to the bar. That's it.
Oh.
But good to know where you stand.
Sorry.
Relax, I'm teasing. It's just some good casual sex to me too. Don't keep her waiting. Trust me.
Right.
There you
Hey.
are. Are you having sex with Eileen?
What? No.
Look me in the eye. Haha, down here, asshole. Are you having sex with Eileen?
No. I am not having sex with Eileen. I wish I was, though.
Okay, we're done with that. Because you know you promised me not to.
I know.
It's all in my head, I guess. God, why do I do that? It's just that you guys are always exchanging looks and stuff.
Well, we exchange looks and we're not having sex.
Ew, we do not exchange looks, you weirdo.
Right.
And I saw you two kiss on New Year's Eve.
Well, I saw you and Simon kiss on New Year's and you two aren't having sex.
Oh, this is why I shouldn't tell you anything.
You'd implode if you didn't tell me everything.
I'm serious. Starting today, I'm not going to tell you
That's
anything.
going to last, like, an hour, tops.
Watch me.
Hey,
Hey,
I've missed you.
I've missed you too. I'm sorry. I have to jump to the point. Rip the bandage kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
My mother has arranged a fake promo girlfriend for me.
Wait, what?
Just this actress person that's going to pretend to be my girlfriend during the elections.
I don't.
The numbers haven't been doing so well, even after we announced our engagement being off. And the team thinks it's because people aren't really believing it.
Or maybe it's because people don't give two craps who your fiance is and they just aren't looking to vote for you?
Well, that's my theory too. It's what I've been saying this whole time, but they don't want to hear it.
Yeah, I'm sure you have.
They think this whole fake girlfriend press is what's going to win me the election.
And what do you think?
I think it's worth a shot.
You've already agreed to it, haven't you?
I told you, the only way my mother's going to back off is if I genuinely try to win the elections.
Unbelievable.
It's not like I'm going to be actually dating somebody else. It's all for the cameras. That's it.
And you didn't stop to think how that would make me feel? For like a second?
I did. That's why I'm calling. I wanted you to hear it from me.
Oh wow, my hero.
I couldn't not agree to do this. The deal was she'd back off if I do whatever it takes. This is whatever it takes. If I flake out now, then the last 8 weeks could be for nothing. I'm going to need you to pull yourself together. I'm serious. You know it's just for show.
Maybe I should be seen with another guy too then. You know, for the sake of putting on a show, I mean.
That won't be necessary.
I mean, for both of us to have moved on with someone else.
I said It won't be necessary.
What if they try to take a statement from me after you come out with your new girlfriend?
Then you stay home until it passes over.
I've spent the last 2 months at home. I am losing it.
A few more weeks won't make a difference. Do you hear me? You do not leave the house.
Ugh, fuck off.
Tresser!
Hey, I'm in.
Here's a little something something to spice up your 22nd. Miss you. XOXO. M.
Hey, Eileen? You like those Marvel movies, don't you?
She can't help you, Jonah.
I remember you once had on that cute oversized shirt with the word Marvel on it. Made you look really cute. Very cute.
You're a sad, sad little man.
I do like Marvel movies, yeah.
Do you happen to know the name of Spider-Man's co-creator?
Oh, it's...
Answer that and you're fired.
It's completely slipped my mind. Sorry.
Oh, come on. I was so close. I worked for that one.
You're the one who's cheating.
Raven, can I talk to you for a second? Outside?
Kinda busy.
It's important.
Don't look at my answers.
Wouldn't dream of it.
Make sure he doesn't look or you're fired.
You know you can ask for stuff without threatening to fire me, right?
So, what's so important you had to drag me out here?
You know the job I have tomorrow? The one out of town?
Yeah.
Tresser is going to be there too.
What kind of strings did you have to pull to manage that?
It wasn't my call.
Right. You still plan on leaving tonight?
It's a 5-hour drive. Unless I wake up at 3 or 4 a.m. to drive up there without any stops, I'm not going to make it.
And I'm assuming you're going to carpool together and stay at the same hotel.
She's already booked a hotel room separate to mine.
So you've already agreed to this with her before checking in with me. Why do you even bother telling me at this point?
I didn't want to tell you until I'd confirmed it with her because I didn't want you to get upset over nothing.
Because you care about my feelings?
I do.
Then stop putting me in this fucking position.
Stop making a scene.
I'm not making a scene.
Yes, you are. You're getting upset over nothing.
This isn't nothing.
Yes, it is. Honestly, I'm tired of having to tiptoe around telling you stuff like this because you always have to twist them into something they're not. You want to make shit up in your head? That's totally up to you. But I'm not going to let that stop me from doing my job.
Yikes. Is she gonna stay out there?
Hey, you alright?
Fuck off, Jonah.
Hey.
Hey. How's my favorite girl?
What?
Maddie.
Oh, right. She's great. Eating a lot better.
That's good. I miss her.
You know you can drop by any time.
Yeah, I know. So, what's up with you?
Nothing's up.
See, I don't know if you know this or not, but you kind of have the habit of laying down on my bed like it's a therapist's couch whenever something comes up.
I'm just tired. You want to come to a party with me tonight?
Absolutely not.
Come on. It'll be fun.
I'm just so not a party kind of person.
Well, neither am I. We can be out of place together.
Sorry, love, not gonna happen.
Please. It's for Bellamy's birthday.
Oh, Bellamy's going?
Yes.
Then, hell no.
What?
I'm sorry, I love you two, but you guys are not fun to hang out with together. At least not when there isn't a fourth person around.
Why not?
You're literally always making out.
No, we aren't.
Yeah, you are. Which is fine, but when it's just the three of us...
I'm sorry. I didn't notice.
Look, it's fine, really. In any other scenario where I'm not the third wheel, you two not taking your hands off each other is actually kind of cute.
What if I promise not to exclude you?
You mean like a three-way?
No.
Because I'd be down for that.
Oh my god. I mean, like, in conversations and stuff. And I'll make sure to keep our kissing to a minimum. And we'll invite friends.
Sorry, girl. I don't think so.
Ugh. It's going to be hell without you there.
Why don't I play you what I have so far?
Hey,
Hey. I thought you'd be gone for the day.
Jonah told me he left for the bar after he promised to spend the day with you here.
Which is basically the end of the world for you, huh?
Guilty. Are you packing?
Yeah, just for tonight.
What's tonight?
I've got a writing job tomorrow morning. The agency I'm reviewing is out of town, so Simon and I are driving out there tonight.
You're kidding.
I am not.
I've been trying to get you out of the house since New Year's Eve, and now you're telling me you're going out of town?
Go big or stay home, I guess.
Is Ezra okay with this?
Well, he's not here to have a say in it, is he?
Well, I'm proud of you. You need this.
And you need a day away from me.
Nah. I need a whole week.
Shut up. Come on, help me pack. Simon's gonna be here any minute now.
Is he gone?
He left a few minutes ago.
Good.
He waited for a bit for you to show up so he could say goodbye.
Did he tell you to say that?
He did, but he really did wait.
I hate him. I hate him. I hate him. I hate him. He's going to be off having a blast while I spend the night alone cooking up scenarios in my head of the two of them. God, I really don't want to spend tonight alone.
Well, why don't Eileen and I spend the night?
What?
Yeah, we can have a movie marathon. All of your favorite movies. And we'll order pizza. No pineapple. You can share your bed with Eileen, and I can crash on the sofa. Morning comes, and you won't even realize Simon was gone.
I don't know.
I wouldn't be late for work tomorrow morning, that's for sure.
That's true.
What do you say? You, me, and Eileen, the ultimate sleepover.
Okay, let's do it.
All right.
This could actually be so much fun.
It will be.
Noah and I are going to have sex for the first time tonight. And I have nothing to wear.
Okay, it's okay. I got you.
Thank you.
Eileen, close down the bar for tonight.
What?
This is going to need our undivided attention.
You realize it's Saturday, right?
Let's go upstairs. I need to see what you're working with.
Saturday, as in one of the 2 most profitable days of the week?
And they're already gone.
Unbelievable. She completely ripped me apart this morning for showing up late to a bar that wasn't even open yet. But she closes it down an hour before it should open on one of the most profitable days of the week for something like this.
Again, 21 years old.
An actual nightmare. And what about that sleepover idea?
What about it?
I just had a much more fun night in mind for us.
I'll tell you what. Raven's already drinking and it's not even 6. I guarantee you she's going to be passed out by 9 tops. And then we can have some fun of our own.
Ew, like on Simon's couch? He's my boss.
Well, thanks to your little revelation this morning, anything beats having sex in my dead dad's bed.
Right.
Deal?
Deal.
Ah, I love this song. So, how did Raven take it?
How does Raven take anything?
Got it.
She'll be fine. How did Ezra take it?
I didn't tell him.
Are you trying to get me killed?
He'll be fine.
I knew you were going to be the death of me, Tressa Rivers.
Okay, shh. It's starting. On a dark desert highway, cool wind in my hair, warm smell of colitas rising up through the air. Up ahead in the distance, I saw a shimmering light. My head grew heavy and my sight grew dim. I had to stop for the night. And as she stood in the doorway, I heard the mission bell. And I was thinking to myself, this could be heaven or this could be hell. Then she lit up a candle and she showed me the way. There were voices down the corridor, thought I heard them say,
welcome to the Hotel California.
Yes.
Such a lovely place. Such a lovely face.
Plenty of room at the Hotel California.
Any time of year.
You can find it here.
If you keep taking forever to try on each outfit, you're never going to make it to your date, you know.
Just give me a second.
Ooh, girl, you look stunning.
Do I?
Are you kidding? You look so good. That's totally the one.
Well, thank you very much. What about you two? What do you think?
I mean, I just don't know if it's appropriate if I am, you know, being that, you know.
It's fine.
Oh, well, then you look hot as hell.
Raven?
You look good.
Now, can you say it like you mean it?
No, honestly, you do look good. But why don't you try on one of the outfits you brought with you instead?
Are you worried I'm going to stretch out your clothes or something?
What? No, of course not. It's just that you don't really look like yourself.
Well, yeah, that's the whole point. I want to look like someone Noah would actually be interested in having sex with. That's why I came to you.
Faye, you know Noah's interested in you, right?
Well, yeah, in a she's kinda cute and she actually likes me back type of way.
No, I'm talking in every way.
Yeah, I'm sure my usual style of oversized overalls and baggy shirts totally get him going.
You don't need to dress like someone you're not for Noah to think you're hot.
That's easy for you to say. Not everyone has your body. You could show up wearing a potato sack and Noah would still want to have sex with you.
Can you shut the fuck up? Noah likes you. He's interested in you, and why wouldn't he be? You're the entire package. You don't need to worry about being Noah's type because you're everyone's type. Any guy with a brain and a dick would be very happy to have sex with you. Right, Jonah?
Well, oh, yeah, absolutely.
He's just saying that.
You're totally my type too, by the way. bisexually speaking.
Thank you. Just because Noah was an idiot who didn't know what he wanted doesn't mean you're not somebody he wants now. And it most definitely doesn't mean you have to change who you are to fit into who you think he wants. So you're going to march back into that bathroom and try on some of the clothes you got from your own closet, and we're going to see what highlights your best self for your date tonight. Got it?
Got it.
Thank you.
Okay, you got a date waiting and a couple more outfits to try on, so let's get in there.
I'm going.
Come in.
Your room is so much better than mine.
It was one of the few rooms available, so...
I should start booking rooms last minute more often. You hungry? Was thinking about ordering room service.
I want to go out.
Go out where?
A bar, maybe?
There's a bar downstairs.
Yeah, that'll do. I'll meet you there in a second. I want to freshen up.
All right. I'll order for you. Red wine?
Make it a vodka, cranberry.
Are you sure? We got an early morning tomorrow.
I'm sure.
Okay then. Vodka cranberry it is.
Thank you.
One vodka tonic and...
Oh, nothing.
Come on.
Well, I'm under the legal drinking age, so...
We don't really care about that here. So, what's it gonna be?
Still nothing. You know I don't drink.
Come on. It's my birthday.
I know, that's why I'm here. But I'm not drinking.
It's one drink.
I don't want to drink, Bellamy.
God, why do you have to be so boring all the time? Make it 2 vodka tonics.
Bellamy?
Relax. Both are for me. I think someone thinks you're hot. He's cute.
Can we move? I'm just really uncomfortable.
You're not used to people staring, huh?
Not really.
There. Now he knows you're mine, and he'll back off. That is a strong drink.
Are you okay?
Let's dance.
Okay.
You changed.
Yeah, it's pretty warm in here.
Easy there.
Oh boy, I shouldn't have done that. Can I have another one, please?
Are you alright?
Oh, I am great.
Are you sure?
I love this song. Do you want to dance?
Tresser.
Relax, jeez, come on. You're just not used to me having fun is all.
Did something happen with Ezra?
I'm gonna go dance.
I think we should call it a night.
We just got here.
You're clearly going through something you don't want to talk about, and I feel like you're going to regret drinking your way through it tomorrow morning, so...
This is my first night away from the kids and all types of responsibilities in 15 years. I just want to have some fun. So, do you want to help me make this the best first night out in years, or am I going to have to find someone else to keep me company? He's handsome.
Okay. I'll dance with you.
Come on then.
Excuse me,
You stuttered! Take a shot!
It's always stuttering.
That's the point.
You're going to get alcohol poisoning, both of you.
Oh my god, we totally need more drinks.
Did you not hear what I just said?
It'll be our last bottle for the night, I promise.
That's what you said with the last bottle. You're gonna end up vomiting.
Then it'll be payback for a few months ago.
What happened a few months ago?
I vomited all over her shoes. Now that I think about it, I don't think she ever got those back. I don't think Rain ever got back her shoes that she borrowed either. What are you doing?
She's going to be gone for a few minutes.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Why not?
Raven can catch us and you'll be out of a job.
Fine, you're right. It's not worth the risk. We'll wait until she falls asleep.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea either.
What are you talking about? It was your idea.
Yeah, but...
But what?
I guess I didn't take into consideration that you might be drinking too.
You're worried about consent.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Oh, that is so cute. You don't have to worry about that with me. I know what I want, okay?
I'd feel better believing that if you weren't reeking of alcohol.
Alright, I'll stop drinking, and a few hours from now, I'll sober up for good. And then we can talk about it. How does that sound?
Good. That'd be good.
Okay. Can I at least have a kiss for now?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Wow. Faye, you look absolutely stunning.
You look great too. And this looks and smells amazing.
With a lot of help from Benji, I got your top order from 3 of your favorite restaurants, and the result was overwhelmingly Italian.
Sounds about accurate.
Everything okay?
Yeah, I just thought... I figured you cook something yourself.
I thought about it, but decided not to. Better to play it safe than ruin the date with a meal you can barely keep down.
I see. You wouldn't have ruined it, though. Just so you know, I would have loved it because it came from you, no matter how it turned out.
Well, if you let me, I'll spend the rest of our future together cooking for you at... That sounded like a proposal, didn't it?
A little bit.
Oh, God.
I would so hate to be you right now.
I hate being me all the time. We should just call it a night while we're ahead. I feel like it's only going to get worse from here. Faye? You know I didn't actually mean we should end the date, right? Faye?
Oh my god. This looks amazing.
Yeah, it's, your top order from 3 of your favorite restaurants.
And how on earth did you figure that out?
They just came to me. In a dream. One of the benefits of having a top-tier boyfriend, I guess.
Wow. So Benji didn't help you at all?
Who's Benji?
Oh, look, it's Benji.
Benji?
You know, my brother's girlfriend's brother. He was at the Christmas party.
Ah, right. You should go say hi.
I don't know him that well.
What do you mean? It's just a hi.
Well, he's with a bunch of guys I don't know, so...
You need to work on that.
Work on what?
You know, your personality. I mean, I love you, but it's exhausting being your only friend.
You're not my only friend.
Name 3 other people you hang out with other than me.
Isla?
Outside of college.
Raven and Faye.
Right. And those are your brother's best friend and girlfriend.
They're my friends, too.
Sure they are. I'm just saying, it wouldn't hurt for you to put yourself out there more. I hate knowing that other people don't get to know this side of you like I do because you refuse to work on it. I'm going to the bathroom.
Raven, I know what this looks like.
How long has this been going on? Well?
Just tonight. I had a few to drink, and Jonah was making sure I didn't stumble, and we ended up kissing out of nowhere. In the heat of the moment, it was this one kiss, it meant nothing, and it won't happen again.
Alright. As long as it's just this one kiss. Because if you two...
I'll be fired, I know.
Alright. Let's go back upstairs and finish the episode.
We've been having sex for at least a month now.
Dude!
But it's just casual sex. There's no feelings involved or any of that bullshit, so you don't have to worry about Eileen quitting or anything because of it. And, I mean, I don't want to lie to you. We shouldn't have lied to you to begin with, but now you know all of it, so...
Get out.
Come on.
I want both of you out. Now.
No, we promise to keep you company. Right, Eileen?
Right.
Get out or you're fired. For real this time.
Alright, so this has been a great night. I'll wait outside. Does this mean I'm not fired yet? Okay, I'm gone.
You won't be able to get rid of me that easily, I'll tell you that.
She's had a lot to drink. Someone has to make sure she makes it home safe.
Fine, yes, I'll drop her off, but then I'll come back and we'll talk.
Don't bother.
Okay, don't you think you're blowing this a little out of proportion, Raven? So we had sex. It doesn't mean anything. This isn't high school. Not everything has to be made into this big fuss.
It's not that you had sex, it's that you lied to me about it. Just this morning, I asked you if there's anything going on between you two, and you looked me straight in the eyes and lied to my face.
Yeah, I know.
You let me think I'm crazy for imagining things that weren't there. I don't think I can trust you again.
I'm sorry. It's just that you're getting upset over nothing. It's actually ridiculous.
I get enough gaslighting from my boyfriend. I don't need to put up with this too.
I shouldn't have lied to you. What can I do to make it up to you?
You're just like him.
Fuck.
You're not really one for parties, are you? Is this seat taken?
It is, actually. My girlfriend's in the bathroom.
Well, do you mind if I keep you company until she's back?
That's okay. She'll be back any second.
Can I at least buy you a drink?
I don't drink.
Alright, how about a...
I'm gay. Very gay. With a girlfriend. I know you were kind of looking at me earlier today, and...
I'm gay too.
Oh!
I was looking at your top more than anything.
Oh my god. This is so embarrassing. You must think I'm so full of myself.
You're fine. And I gotta confess, I know I said I'd keep you company earlier, but really, I'm hoping you'd keep me company. I kinda got stood up.
Oh no. I'm sorry.
It is what it is.
I'm Rain, by the way.
That is such a unique name.
You think that's unique? You should hear my sister's. It's Tresser.
Oh, come on, that's not a real name.
It is. It totally is. You should hear the different ways people have tried pronouncing it.
I can imagine.
And then there are my brothers who have, like, 2 of the most boring names ever.
God, I need a drink. What can I get you?
No, I actually don't drink.
For real? How do you survive parties like this?
I don't.
Now I feel bad.
It is what it is.
Can I at least get you some juice or a soda?
Coke would be good.
You got it.
Alas, she made it in. You've been standing out there for like 10 minutes. It was getting kind of pathetic.
Can I talk to you? Alone?
You heard the girl. What brings you here, baby girl?
Don't call me that.
Claws out, I see. And here I thought we were cool.
And I'm here to tell you to leave us the fuck alone.
Did you like my present? Hey, it's your birthday. I wanted to do something nice.
I told you, I don't want your shit. I'm happy. And sober. For 2 months now.
Was that your idea or the missus?
I actually got you to thank for that. You gave me the ultimatum that night.
Oh, that's right. I really thought you were going to leave the girl. Guess I kind of underestimated you, huh? God, I was kind of a bitch back then.
Wasn't that long ago.
Well, you can relax. I've moved on. I'm with someone else now. I don't see why we can't bury the hatchet.
I told you.
That you don't want my shit. I get it. But I also get that the only reason you ever stopped is because you had to choose to stay with your girl. Now, I'm telling you, you don't have to choose anymore. I like to have a professional dealer-client relationship. Nothing more, no strings attached.
That's not what I'm here for.
Then what are you here for?
I'm here to tell you to leave us alone.
Yeah, you said that the first 30 seconds. So, why are you still standing here with me for? You know what I think? I think you're bored out of your fucking mind. I think all of these months playing house with your perfect little girlfriend are finally taking a toll on you.
That's not true. I'm happy.
I never said you weren't happy. You can be happy, and you want a little change. You don't have to choose one or the other. No more ultimatums, baby girl. You can have it all. What's it gonna be?
I need to tell you something.
What is it?
I've never really done this before. I mean, I've done things, just not this.
I sort of figured.
What?
Remember that first night you slept over? I walked in with a bath towel and you almost creamed your pants.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I kinda guessed you'd never seen a naked girl face to face before.
In my defense, we had known each other for 2 weeks and you were already strutting naked all over the place.
Well, we've been dating for 1 month and you're already proposing.
Touché.
Anyway, it doesn't matter to me.
Are you sure?
Why would you think it does?
I don't want to leave you unsatisfied.
Just don't overthink it and let things take their course. Be confident. You'll figure it out as we go.
I want it to be good for you.
It will be.
Okay.
Okay, I'm Shane.
That's not even a word.
I'm the writer, okay? So I get to decide what are words and what are not.
You're a writer.
Yes, ma'am, that I am.
And me, pictures.
Little pixies of even littler woman.
We have a photo thing tomorrow. And there's going to be so much flashing.
That is going to suck.
We should go to bed.
It's still early.
Good night, Tress.
Hey. Can you sleep here?
I don't think that's a good idea.
Please, Simon, come on. I'm tired of sleeping alone.
All right. I'll stay with you until you fall asleep.
My hero. You know I love you, right?
I love you too.
Bring your treacherous little ass to my office tomorrow, or you'll never see your girl again. Well, you'll see her, but she won't see you.
Rain? What are you even doing up this late?
Hello?
Did you butt dial me again? Rain, are you okay?
I think I drank something.
What do you mean? What did you drink? Where are you?
I don't know.
Rain, tell me where you are.
I don't know.
Can you give the phone to someone who can tell me?
No one's here. I think I'm upstairs now.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
I don't know where Bellamy is.
Fuck.
I'm scared.
Okay, listen to me, Rain. I need you to share your location with me, alright? Can you do that?
I can't.
Yes, you can, Rain. You used to do it all the time with Noah, remember? Just open the messenger app and share the location. Okay? Just share the location with me, sweetie, and I'll be right there. Nothing's going to happen to you.
You promise?
I promise.
Okay.
I'm going to hang up now so you can send the message, okay? Send the location as soon as I hang up. Do you hear me?
Okay.
Come on. Come on.